81, my fiance got together with I didn't never told anybody this before either, but she got together with my training partner. And I came home from the 80 Olympia and they're together. I'm like, oh my God. I was so hurt and so baffled that this girl could do this to me. I decided to take all that energy and put it into the gym. And before the 81 Olympia, I just opened the door to the Gold's Gym that year and boom, everything would work. It was a magical year. Any exercise I did was, wow, mind-blowing. And I would train like every day look better and better. I'm in the mirror, I'm scared of myself in the mirror, you know, because I was so focused on this. I had the opportunity to be very selfish at that time. And you gotta be selfish at times, and I didn't, you know, but the fact that something really devastating happened in my life gave me the opportunity to have something great happen. If you want something bad enough, you can't let anybody tell you you can't do something, not even yourself. People doubted me, I doubted myself sometimes too. But you know what? That's what it takes. To do anything successfully in life, you've gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe. And if you want it that bad, if you're willing to give it that much, drive, excellent, great job. Dig! Oh, you're strong. You got two more in you. You got two more in you. I made a promise to this young Tom Platz. I said, if you're going to do this bodybuilding thing, if it's this important to you, you cannot be a failure. You cannot leave the gym ever a failure. You have to give it everything you got. When you think you're done, there's 5 more reps. And I told myself, I have to. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Most of us prepared for years, 10, 20 years for one night. Preparation met opportunity. That's winning. And having the same mentality, the same energy, the same passion and love for what you're doing years later. That's what it takes. That's commitment. That's really what bodybuilding is all about. What I'm here to tell you is that life doesn't happen to you. We all think that life happens to me, right? Life happens for you. It happens for you. Opportunities will come to you every day. It's either for you can remain scared of the opportunities, or you can embrace them and take them. And I'll admit, I was a bit insane. You gotta be a little bit insane to do this. You can't be normal. There's gotta be a switch, go click. Now you're crazy. You will do anything. You will die. You're willing to die to get there. If you give up on your dreams, what do you have left? When it comes time for that one set, you know, when you think you're done, totally done, you have at least 5 more reps, okay? We'll go there, okay? okay? You know, so even you know. And what I promised myself as a little boy, I said I can never leave the gym knowing I have 5% left. But 5% is magic. It's the magic place where very few people go. You can go there. I'm giving you permission to go there. We'll have people behind you. If you fall down and drop the weight on the floor, who cares? Who cares? But if you make it, I care. I want that. I want you to fail, and I want you to get up and do it again. The same thing in life is the same thing here. If you can do this, you can do anything. Anything. Right now, you're 5% away. 5% away from being a champion. Okay, let's go. Forget about the technique and how to do this. If you want something bad enough, you can do it. If you want something bad enough, you can do it. And everybody else says, no, you could never. You don't have the genetics. There's a few guys I knew back in Detroit when I was in college. When I was leaving for California, they shook my hand. They said, you've seen in the magazines. I said, betcha. And I knew it was going to come true. I believe you have to believe. You have to believe you can. You can. In fact, find your impossible. What is it you think is impossible? You could never quite grasp. That's what you have to go after. You don't have the dream, man, you're dead. I'm not talented. It was life and death. Either you live or you die. Which one do you want, Tom? That was the decision. If you expect to lose, you will. I know a lot of guys are very talented. A lot of women are very talented, and they don't think they can do it, and they don't. Very rarely does a great genetic talent, gifted guy or girl, very rarely do they succeed on talent alone.
This is the last lap. This is the last 50 yards. You gotta give. You gotta give. Do not fail. Do not fail. You cannot be a loser. Lose is nothing. You must not lose. You cannot leave the gym a loser. You might rather die than lose. Give, give, give. Come on. More! Excellent, excellent. Come on. Right. Come on. Excellent.
Train! Oh, you're getting stronger, David. Come on. Give me 3. Come on. Come on. Congratulations. You achieved failure. Failure has been achieved, thank God. Now, the only place to go from failure is to win. You have to achieve failure. You have to take it that far. Nobody wants to go that far. It's too scary. But you know something? I got news for you. That's where winning is. And I think that's the way it works. You gotta have good and bad. In life, there's good and there's evil, and there's good and bad. And a lot of times when evil and heavy, terrible things comes along in your life, it's really an opportunity. And everything I looked at in my life that's been bad, or like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I think back now, it gave me an opportunity. You know, I wasn't the chosen one. I wasn't chosen to be this guy and to be in the Weeder camp or whatever, but I wanted it so bad. In fact, the only difference between most of you and me, the only difference between me and you is I wanted it more. I wanted it more. I believe that sincerely, and I'll die on that thought.
Look at that old guy. What does he know? Old beat up guy from the streets of Compton, felon. What does he know about motivating people? Will is the key. Will. Willpower. Your story motivated me. Your story touched the fuck out of me. I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. I know about coming back from seemingly unsurmountable odds. I know about coming back from when doctors tell you that you can't or that you shouldn't. Oh, you're too old. You shouldn't be. You should sit down somewhere and take it easy. So you should sit down, sir, because of your diagnosis, and don't do a damn thing. Bullshit. Hell no. Every time I go to the doctor, they tell me what I shouldn't be doing and what I should be doing and what I won't do and what I can't do. And I politely go out the door and do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I'm gonna do that until they throw dirt on top of me. This is my life, and I choose to live it the way I want to live it. I won't let you decide how I live this. I don't care how long or short it is. It's mine, motherfucker, and I'm gonna use it how I see fit. So your stories motivate me. And say, after 35 years of lifting weights, open heart surgery, dying 3 times on the operating table, CT, what motivates you? Your story motivates me. Your story motivates me. The stories of extreme will. People that came through something or circumstances that they were not supposed to go through. You just ain't supposed to be able to do it. But he did it any goddamn way. Anytime that you give your best effort, that you give everything that you possibly can give, there is satisfaction in knowing that I did my absolute best. I did all I could do. You punk ass motherfuckers sitting on the couch talking shit. You motherfuckers make me want to puke. You're scared to work. You scared. I'm from Muscleville, motherfucker. Muscleville's where the real men roam. Muscleville's where I'm bound. And you're goddamn right, I'm muscle bound, motherfucker. I'm bound to have muscle. Fucking Snap City pussies. The king of the fucking beast. I am the one. I am that beast. Fight! 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 I'm doing what I do. Here we go. Fight! 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 Only problem is to give that motherfucker everything you got. Everything you got right here, right the fuck now. Effort is so important. It is so important. The effort that you give. My last competition, I was unsuccessful in my attempt, but I consider it my greatest competition. Why, CT? You didn't get it. Because the day before that competition, my doctor looked me in the face and he said, if you go out there and you try to bench press 705 pounds, it's gonna kill you. Your valve is too weak, it'll be too much of a strain, it will explode right there on the stage and you're gonna die in front of all them people. That's my doctor told me that. I have trained my whole life for this. I have devoted my life to this. This is the reason for my existence. This is why I am here. And you asking me if I am going to compete? Of course I will. And if I do happen to die on that stage tomorrow, then you know what? So fucking be it. So be it. I'ma do that fucking shit anyway. I'ma do it anyway. I'm gonna go out the king, the rule, the beast that I was born to be. So do what you may. Ain't no motherfucking such thing as too big for you pencil head motherfuckers who think there is. Whoa! Talking ain't shit. That's doing right there. That's the real deal. Every fucking thing you got. Now, if you want that, if you want to be, you must become obsessed with obtaining what you are trying to get. You have to be obsessed with it. If you don't have the mental capacity to be that obsessed about what you're trying to get, then motherfucker, you won't never have it. You will not get it. You must be obsessed. It ain't no secret. You just don't have the motherfucking heart and the determination and the will and the desire to put into this shit in order to obtain what you want. You're too big of a motherfucking pacifier sucking pussy to do this shit. You want the easy way. This shit ain't easy. Now, we're gonna work on. I ain't what I used to be, but goddamn it, I'm still CT Fletcher. And don't you fucking forget that shit. Get that shit, Pluto. You gotta talk to your bicep. Tell that motherfucker you gonna grow whether you wanna grow or not.
Ready now? Now.
This ain't shit.
Oh, these I ain't waiting y'all look at this shit.
I ain't gotta look at this shit. This shit is fucking pissing me off. It's so motherfucking easy. It's easy, goddammit. Easy. I ain't even gotta look at this bullshit. It upsets me how motherfucking easy this shit is.
What it's all about.
Yeah.
I don't care how good you are in anything. You don't have discipline, you ain't nobody.
Right.
You're nothing without discipline. Because you give up under the slightest struggle without discipline.
100%.
Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
The people don't really know what I go through. I listen to it, but they really don't know what I go through because I just want to be polite. The boxing's the easy part. When you get in there and fight in the ring, it's easy. That's the vacation. But when you're here and you have to train, you have to do things over and over till you're sore. Until sometimes, when deep in your mind, you say, God, I don't want to do this no more. I'm not doing this because, you know, it's something you have to do. It's doing it because it should be fun to you. I push it out.
While I'm in the dressing room, 5 minutes before I come out, my gloves are laced up. I'm breaking my gloves down. I'm pushing the lever in the back of my glove, breaking the middle of the glove so my knuckle could pierce through the leather. I feel my knuckle piercing against the tight leather glove. I come out, I have supreme confidence, but I'm scared to death. I'm totally afraid. I'm afraid of everything. I'm afraid of losing. I'm afraid of being humiliated. But I'm totally confident. The closer I get to the ring, the more confidence I get. The closer, more confidence I get. The closer, more confidence I get. All during my training, I've been afraid of this man. I thought this man might be capable of beating me. I've dreamed of him beating me. But I always stayed the No one could beat me. I'm walking around in the ring, but I never take my eyes off my opponent. I keep my eyes on him, even if he's ready and pumping. He can't wait to get his hands on me as well. I keep my eyes on him. I keep my eyes on him. I keep my eyes on him. Then once I see a chink in his arm, boom, one of his eyes may move, and then I know I have him. Then when he comes to the center of the ring, he still looks at me with his piercing look, and as if he's not afraid. But he already made that mistake when he looked down for that 1/10 of a second. I know I had him. He'll fight hard for the first 2 or 3 rounds, but I know I already broke his spirit. During the fight, I'm supremely confident. I'm moving my head, he's throwing punches. I'm making a miss and I'm countering. I'm hitting him to the body, I'm punching him real hard. And I'm punching him, when I'm punching him, I know he's not able to take my punches. 1, 2, 3 punches, I'm throwing him punches and bunches. He goes down, he's out. I'm victorious.
Y'all guys know what I do. Y'all know what I do. I put people in body bags when I'm right. So we know what's gonna happen.
I like tough guys. All the time I'm putting, I always ran these guys, they were tough. When they were then, they ain't tough. When they get confronted, they ain't tough. When I bring that pain to them, they ain't tough.
I said no man, no mortal, nobody but God.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat your children. Praise be to Allah.
Are you saying now, Mike?
Mike Tyson, greatest fighter ever lived.
So I was very fortunate that I stumbled on my vision. I mean, as you know, I was born in 1947 in Austria after the Second World War. And I didn't really like Austria when I grew up. I couldn't wait to get out of there. I couldn't see myself becoming a farmer or a worker in a factory. So again, I was very fortunate that one day after school I walked by a store in Graz, which was called Brühl. It's a bodybuilding magazine that had Reg Park on the cover. I read that and I said to myself, wow, this is the blueprint for my life. This is exactly what I want to do. I want to become a bodybuilding champion just like Reg Park. I want to get into movies just like Reg Park. And I want to make millions of dollars and be rich and famous just like Reg Park. Do you know how great it felt that I knew where I was going? Imagine the majority of people don't know where they're going. I knew where I was going. Because when you have a goal, when you have a vision, everything becomes easy. So I knew where to go. So people always ask me, they say, why is it that you're working out so hard? 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and you have always a smile on your face. And I told people all the time, I said, because to me, I'm shooting for a goal. In front of me is the Mr. Universe title. So every rep that I do gets me closer to accomplishing that goal, to make this goal, this vision turn into reality. So I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound squat. I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound bench press. I couldn't wait to do another 2,000 reps of sit-ups. I couldn't wait for the next exercise. I mean, think about it. And I was just not visualizing just my exercise, but I was really lifting the trophy over my head. That's what I was thinking about. You see, if you don't have a vision of where you go, you drift around and you never end up anywhere. At the age of 20, I went to London and I won the Mr. Universe contest as the youngest Mr. Universe ever. And it was because I had a goal. So even though people came up to me and says, why don't you go and run for something smaller, you're never gonna make it. I ran for governor and then 2 months later I became governor of the state of California. So let me tell you something, visualizing your goal and going after it makes it fun. You got to have a purpose no matter what you do in life. You got to have a purpose. So whenever someone said to me, it can't be done, I heard it can be done. When they said no, I heard yes. And when they said it's impossible, I heard it is possible. I'm a strong believer of what Nelson Mandela said, that everything is always impossible until someone does it. And the reason, one of the main reasons why people want to have a plan B is because they are worried about failing. Well, let me tell you something, don't be afraid of failing because there's nothing wrong with failing. You have to fail in order to climb that ladder. There's no one that doesn't fail. What is not okay is that when you fail, you stay down. Whoever stays down is a loser. And winners will fail and get up. Fail and get up. Fail and get up. You always get up.
It is the intensity of your workout, rather than its duration, that determines your rate of muscular growth. So your immediate goal should be to reduce the time spent in training and to maximize your effort utilized in training.
Direct application of these high-intensity training principles will guarantee optimal progress. The important point to remember here is that you will grow progressively larger and stronger muscles only when you train with increasing levels of intensity. This is universal and applies to all human beings. Intense training is purposeful behavior aimed at the goal of increasing muscular size and strength. In order to train as hard as possible, you must retain a clear image of your purpose. Once your goal is sharply but realistically defined, all that remains is carrying out your plan. You don't, however, worry about your individual potential. Potential is only the expression of a possibility, something that can be assessed accurately only in retrospect. In other words, you'll never know how good you might have become unless you try. So let's get with it. Whatever you choose, free weights or machines, no one piece of equipment is capable of working magic. For optimal results, the single most important factor is intensity of effort. The results you realize will be totally dependent on the energy you put forth. So give it your all and realize your ambition.
I always found a way to make the most of what I had at the moment. At that age when I started like linear progression with everything, I stopped worrying about things that were out of my control. But I'm gonna make the best of what I can control. So that's where I'm gonna take action. That's just how it starts.
Simple fact, huh? Simple fact. Simple fact. We ain't playing no game. We ain't playing no game with these weights. We at war with the weights, man. We at war. Let's go. We ain't got time to play. No pain, no gain. I'm all in for the pain. Power. Step up. Let's go. Let's go. There you go. There you go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, baby. One more. One more. Let's go. 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 Come on. Somebody out there sitting working harder than you. Somebody working harder. Hurry up. Let's go. Somebody go outwork you. Somebody outwork you right now. So what? Let's go. Stop playing. Ain't nobody. Come on, champ. They ain't hungry. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never. That's what we do! That's what we do!
When I was learning how to lift, it was just tutorial videos on YouTube. It was fun, honestly. I liked the pump and getting stronger. As long as you're making progress, as long as you're better now than you were last year, that's a PR. And small PRs, a lot of small PRs make it for a really big PR. For example, I didn't just wake up one day and squat 900 pounds. I started at 225. I had that same intensity, passion, and gratification when I nailed those PRs along the way as I did when I hit 900.
You got it! Let's go, champ! Let's go, champ! That's you! That's you! Let's go, champ! Yeah! Give me more, champ! Oh, yes! Oh, yeah! 175 on the goddamn incline! Yeah, we just getting started. Let's go! Yo, wait, yo, wait! Let's go! There you go! Let's go, yo, wait! Oh, yeah.
But you're spending all week and all night thinking about, damn, I gotta do this number, I gotta eat this much food, I gotta stretch this much, I gotta make sure my mind's right when I go. Like, it's neck and neck in difficulty.
Let's go. Ricky, every goddamn. Let's go.
Getting bigger and stronger was the only thing that I felt I was good at. I wasn't good at studying. I wasn't good at pushing myself to do anything else because I didn't care about anything else. That's all I really knew, all I really cared for, all I was passionate about. The only thing I wanted to get better at was working out, getting bigger and stronger.
And I looked great. I was strong, naturally. And I was like, shit. Like, I was craving the feeling of just being good at something so bad that I was like, let's do it. Let's go. You know, like I was ready to, like, I was like, at that moment, like, I was like, I knew the risks. I was ready to die for it. Like, I just wanted to be good at something so bad. Because nothing else in my life fulfilled me like working out and getting better at the gym did.
Never give up. Never in your life give up. Keep driving through the goddamn pain. Muscle through the pain. Muscle through the goddamn pain. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, strap it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Power that shit. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. More. More.
Give me going. Give me some.
Come on. There you go. Come on.
Come on.
You got this. You got this. Ah! Yeah. What you want? Come on.
I know many of you think you're not getting to your goals fast enough. I know many of you think you're not big enough. So now I encourage everybody watching this video, if that is something you are going to do, that you need to dedicate your life to, you need to be willing to die for, because that's the kind of drive and passion you need to have. I want to inspire more people to feel the way I feel.
Hold on. Hold on. You ready? Nah. Come on, let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Come on, look at that box. Look at that box. Come on, sit down. Come on, let it bust, man. Yeah. Come on, let it bust, man. Come on, man. Let's go, champ.
I spend all day and night and occasionally dream about hitting a PR squat, bench, or deadlift.
Nothing makes me feel better than hitting a PR in the gym. It's not about being better than somebody else. Hitting a PR is about being better than yourself. Your biggest competition is yourself. Getting bigger and stronger was the only thing that I thought I was good at. I wasn't good at studying. I wasn't good at pushing myself to do anything else because I didn't care about anything else. I love getting stronger. I love looking in the mirror, getting bigger, my biceps are pumped. I love the feeling of the pump. I love the feeling of adding weight to the bar every month. Nothing drives me and brings more out of me, brings more emotion, intensity, dedication, consistency. Mistakes are gonna keep coming. You're always gonna make mistakes. It's part of living. But it's how you learn from those mistakes that makes you the person you are. Nothing drives me to be the best version of myself like powerlifting. Passion can drive you to go to lengths you never thought you would go to.
I did legs for 45 days straight. And shit, when I got shot, I came back, I went to the gym the next day. The next day, because I had a show in 3 weeks. The doctor said, yo, you gotta stay away for like 6 months. He said, man, I got a show in 3 weeks. I'm like, yo, you can't compete. I'm like, watch me. I called my brother, I'm like, come get me from the hospital. Went straight to the gym.
Man, yeah, no excuses.
3 weeks later, I was on stage. I was on the floor with 6 people. Can't fit.
shit get tough. He don't quit when shit get tough. He keep pushing. That's what men do.
You can write everything down if you want to. Be brave enough to write every one of your goals down. But I'm gonna tell you something. Life's gonna hit you in your mouth, and you gotta do me a huge favor. Your why has to be greater than that knockdown. And I love it. Buster Douglas got knocked out. Nobody ever got knocked out by Mike Tyson and ever got back up.
At 3 and 4, his eyes from where I'm sitting look fairly clear. It's up to 7.
It was almost a 10 count. He was stumbling.
And here it is at 9. Is he gonna get up? Yes, he does. All right.
Saved by the bell.
The 8th round.
He goes to his corner. The whole world is like, yep, that's it. Once he comes back out, that's it. Mike's gonna just hammer him. And exactly that. Mike Tyson came out like, I got him. I got this kid up against the rope. Listen to me, many of you right now, life's got you up against the rope. You can't give up. You can't give in. Listen to me, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And if life's got you backed up, I need you to do what Buster Douglas did. Buster Douglas started fighting back. The world was shocked. Goliath has been knocked down. What happened? And they went to Buster Douglas and they asked Buster Douglas simply like, what happened? And Buster Douglas said, listen to me, it's real simple. Before my mother died, she told the whole world that I was gonna beat Mike Tyson. And 2 days before the fight, my mother died. Buster Douglas had a decision to make. When his mother died, he could die with his mother, or he made a decision, I can wake up and I can live for mom. And he knocked Mike Tyson out simply because his why was greater than that punch. His why was greater than defeat. His why was greater than his trial and his tribulation. And I'm telling you, if you don't know what your why is and your why isn't strong, you're gonna get knocked out every single day.
It's not an option. And the reason why some of you are not where you're supposed to be, you've given yourself an option. You've given yourself an out. You've given yourself an excuse. You've given yourself room not to do it. Yeah, you hear what I'm saying? You better go inside. You still looking outside for the stuff that's already inside. You still looking for someone to save you when you already your superhero. You looking for some information from somebody when you already got what you need in your head. It's just time for you to get up and be the best version of you.
My chest collapsed, gasping for air. My essence is leaving my body. I was a dead man. I was rushed to the emergency room. I had a pacemaker, defibrillator installed. My doctors came in, told me the only thing we can do now is a transplant. Strength was everything to me, to have it taken. Just like that. Frailty, weakness, everything that you fought against so hard your entire life now is your life. 6-time world champion powerlifter. When I have to call my son in the bathroom, help daddy turn the water off. It's hard. It is fucking really hard. How do I deal with not being Superman from Compton? Earlier this year, I could do 100 push-ups. Like it wasn't shit. The other day, I got down on the carpet. I laid there. I tried to push myself up. One time. Just one time. Tried over and over again. To do one push-up, I couldn't push myself up. I had to ask my son to come and help me get off the floor. Finally got the call that we've been waiting on for months. They said, Mr. Fletcher, we found a heart for you. When my doctors, they explained to me that I had to be in good health in order to even make the transplant list, that changed everything. The importance of being able to do that one push-up took on a whole new meaning. But I'm still CT Fletcher. And I refuse to believe
that I can't do one push.
If a comeback is needed, then goddamn it, a comeback will be had. If we can take that guy who survived against all the odds and use him, what separates from walking number 2? Well, then he can damn sure use me. I need 50 fucking reps. 50 fucking reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When we do push-ups around here, is you do them on my command. You don't do it when you get ready. You do it when I get ready for you to do a motherfucking push-up. When I say up, then you come up. When I say down, then you go down. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ain't no possible way come this fucking far and not finish this shit. Ain't no way. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. You don't know what your last minute might be, so you would have to take advantage of every second. 47, 48, 49, 50, 9. We gonna see what you do. No, they gonna be looking. So you gotta show up. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Are you willing to take it fucking off? Let's go. Hell yeah. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't quit. Ain't made like that. I search down in my soul and I can't find no quit nowhere. Not 1 ounce of quit. Not a fucking drop of quit. Ain't no quit in that. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Hell yeah. 51. 52. 3, 4, 5. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And you're wondering, why on earth would anybody in their right mind push themselves that hard? Well, I want you guys to think about this a little bit from my perspective. The donor that I received my heart from was no doubt expecting to live a long, happy life. And through no fault of their own, that life was cut short. And they gave me an irreplaceable gift, the gift of life. And I am more determined than ever to show them how grateful that I am. I'll die fighting, and when I fall the fuck down, you better believe I'ma get the fuck back up and try again. I have to. I must do that. 'Cause it's still my set.
Some people call him RoboCop. Arlington police officer Ronnie Coleman stands 5 feet 11, weighs 305 pounds, has only 4% body fat, and arms 23 inches in diameter.
I had heard about him, but I had never seen him. And the first day that I came to work over here and saw him sitting in briefing, I just could not believe it. I mean, I've seen big guys in the gym, but to this day, every time I see him, I just can't believe it. If there's some suspects that I think are going to be resistive, and he shows up as my backup officer, they immediately calm down, and they always have the same look on their face that they can't believe that this officer is so big.
You know, I've had to start small. And what a lot of people don't understand is you see me big up there like that, but, you know, it took a long time for me to get there. You know, that didn't happen overnight. I just wanted a free membership because I was poor back then. I couldn't afford to pay for a gym membership. Coming from Domino's Pizza, where, you know, I had to eat pizza every day to survive because I didn't make that much money. I started powerlifting when I was in high school. You know, I had the gift of strength. I was pretty strong.
A friend of mine got me into serious training. A guy by the name of Brian Dobson. He said he knew it right then and there I'd be a champion one day. And
the guy said, if you compete, I'll give you a free membership to the gym.
I could beat him on everything at first. And then probably within 6 months, I never beat him on anything ever again.
started bodybuilding in 1990, and I just steadily progressed since then.
I would say, why do you keep doing this, man? And this is when he had started, he first started. He was getting dead last on all the shows and European tours. Dead last. For 4 years straight. Not placing, not winning no money, nothing. And I'm like, dude, why do you keep doing this? And Ronnie looked at me and he says, because I love doing it. I mean, I love bodybuilding. He said, man, I love bodybuilding. You know, when he said it like that, I was like, wow.
Because I was always like, man, if I can get myself in this kind of shape, nobody can touch me. I'm not really worried about what they're doing because I know they can't outwork me.
And the seventh day, God didn't rest. The seventh day, God created Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, baby.
Everybody want to be a bodybuilder. Right. Don't nobody want to lift this heavy ass weight. Go! Yeah. I do it though. Yeah! Yeah, buddy. Hey, wait, baby. Let's go. Yeah. All right. Go.
What he brought to the table was his different type of genetics allowed him to be a freak of another nature and to get to a level of bringing hard, dense muscle that we just couldn't put on our bodies.
This year, I want to bring in a totally different package. I want to do something totally different. God put me on this earth to do this. Every year, you're trying to outdo the last year, to get better from the last year. And that's what I was trying to do every single year. Get better from last year. And that's the way it was for me. I was trying to distance myself from everybody else. So I kept getting bigger and bigger. So nobody would catch up with me.
Last year, I think I was about 233, 34 pounds. This year, I was about 15 pounds heavier than I was last year. So I came prepared to do battle with these guys. I think I put everything I had into it, and I think I got a good result from it. I'm a lot sharper as far as detail goes. So I'm pretty much bigger and much better than last year. I've been in this sport now for 7 years, and for 7 years I've progressed. This year won't be any different.
The new Mr. Olympia, Ronnie Coleman.
We did it, baby. We did it. Never thought that I'd win Miss Olympia. Never in a million years.
You're winning it now for the 7th time. I have gotten 7 of those myself. What is this, breaking my record now?
It was the beginning of the end for me and every other bodybuilder.
The new Mr. Olympia, Ronnie Coleman.
And when he turned to that back, it was amazing. What he made improvements in that 1 year was just unbelievable. No one even thought Ronnie was going to be in the top 5.
If you look at Ronnie in 2003, we may never see that again.
He looked like a dude who they invented in the Marvel comic book to kill the Hulk.
Ronnie in any era, smoked anybody in any era. When Ronnie dropped and closed backstage, everybody's mouth dropped.
When I was in the gym, I felt like I was Superman because I was so strong and I was so in control.
He was that far ahead of everybody, that far ahead.
This is where you do all your work. This is where you put all your work in.
And when Ronnie hit that stage, man, it was all over. It was like, where this dude come from?
I just kept doing what I kept doing, and I got better at what I kept doing, and I beat y'all.
Main choice, what are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do? You can't outwork the guy because he's just a mule. He's just gonna work.
This is one of the greatest rewards that I'll ever receive. And y'all, here I am, getting the greatest reward of my life.
This is where I got my genetics from, right here. This is why I'm the winner.
Mama, we got us a achievement award. Thank you.
One more time for the 8th-time Mr. Olympia, the man, Ronnie Coleman.
I didn't win Mr. Olympia 6 times by just sitting around on my butt, you know. I won 6 times because I worked my butt off in the gym and did what I had to do. So all I can say is, hey, it's on, baby. Talk is cheap. You want to do something? Hey, we can do something right now.
He came back like a monster that year. It was just crazy. It was the best Ronnie we ever seen. He was like 280 pounds and ripped. And
Ronnie Coleman!
It was like no one was going to beat him that year.
For the 7th straight year.
Bring it on. Let's do it.
Nothing but a peanut. Let's go. I had some people tell me that I can do it, so I'm just taking it one step at a time, one day at a time, until I reach that goal.
Bodybuilding experts believe Ronnie Coleman's future and perhaps fortune will be made in the gym.
I started bodybuilding in 1990, and I just steadily progressed since then. So it makes me feel that, you know, all my hard work is really paying off.
When Ronnie Coleman turned around to the back and those hamstrings and glutes came out, it was game over.
It was a controversial win last year. A lot of fans didn't think you deserved to win. You thought you did. How did you take that, hearing people saying things about the champion?
That motivates you to only be better and get better. I get all my inspiration, all my determination, my dedication, all that comes from God. As long as God wants me to be around here to represent it, to support bodybuilding, put me in the spotlight, then hey, I'll be here.
And back in the gym each day, Ronnie is preparing to deliver his message to the bodybuilding world.
I want to take it as far as you can take it, and that's the Mr. Olympia, which I'll be entering in September. Once you won that, you know, that's pretty much the highest professional contest you can win.
Ronnie Coleman just came out of nowhere.
I think Ronnie knew what he was doing. He built a monster physique that made it as a pro.
But of course, I am blessed. I have great genetics. I did work hard. I did sweat a lot, bled a lot too.
The second time pretty much sealed. The first one was not a joke. The first one was not a given. This showed that I am the best in the world 2 times in a row.
Oh, this is 800 pounds. 800 solid ass pounds.
I had that gym, you know, and that gym taught me a discipline. It taught me sacrifice, and it just taught me how to trust my decisions.
and taught me how to believe in myself. And I think that no matter where you're at, no matter what you're going through, as long as you never give up, you'll never lose, no matter how long it takes.
Never let anyone tell you that it can't be done. You know, you think outside of the box and people are going to think that you're crazy, but they're going to think you're crazy until you accomplish it. You find a way, continue to move forward no matter what. You know, you have to always try to search and improve yourself. Because winning isn't everything. Sometimes when you get defeated, it makes you stronger and make you want to come back and work harder for it.
I won every show in the world, more than once. What is it about this Mr. Olympia that I just cannot win? I've gotten second 18 times. And believe me, every time I got in second, I feel like I should have won. You just have to suck it up, continue to move forward. Win or lose, you're still a winner.
When you get there, everybody see him, they're gonna realize that he was serious this time. I think he's in the best shape of his whole career. What we did, we went back to basics, old school, training hard, no playing around, no hanging out. It's time for a change.
You start getting like this tunnel vision, and your senses, your focus becomes like an arrow. Control your diet, and when you restrict all the junk, you start zooming in like this to your diet. Your mind becomes zoomed in, and you start thinking tunnel vision. Your focus becomes like an arrow. There's no secret. It's all about a mindset. It's all about sacrificing and being willing to go through what it takes. Discipline, the determination, the dedication. Each and every one of us up on stage would definitely love to be Mr. Olympia and would accept that title. And that's the only reason why I died and I train and I come here.
Kevin Levrone, the overall winner.
Come on, dry it out!
Come on,
try straight up!
Received the silver Joe Weider Mr. Olympia medal, Kevin Levrone.
This is about finishing the race, finishing your goal. When you have a goal in mind and a goal set in your head, never let anyone take you off your vision, take you off your goal. As long as you believe, you will achieve.
Kevin Levrone.
Second place, Kevin Levrone.
He got real serious for this show because it's time for a change.
I think only the strong survive, you know?
It's all about never quitting and never giving up and continuing to go back and learn things new so that you can be better and continuously to grow, no matter what age you are. We let people know that, you know, as long as you really, really, really believe in yourself, as long as you continue to move forward, only you are in control of your destiny. You want to go through those moments, but those moments are the moments that's going to separate you and give you your testimony, who you are.
Kevin didn't train for 9 months out of the year. Kevin only trained for 3 to 4 months out of the year. He put on 70 to 75 pounds of pure lean mass in 12 weeks. Kevin Levrone has the best genetics of all time. If he would have actually trained, he would have been the most successful bodybuilder of our time. Ronnie's not even close. Ronnie's work ethic and training made him who he was.
Kevin Levrone, 1996 Arnold Classic champion. The winner, Kevin Levrone.
Tell your story, who you are, you know what I mean? And you can't worry about what other people are doing because it's not the right way for you, you know? It's kind of like what I've done in bodybuilding. So always trust your instincts, believe in who you are. Never quit, never give up. Bad times don't last forever. spend time alone. Some people are afraid to spend time alone, you know? So the mind of the man is the most powerful thing. And I always say, where the mind goes, the body will follow. In the gym, I found peace because it was almost like a therapy for myself. I found something that nobody could take away from me. I started seeing changes that I was in control of. Be creative. Use your mind. Think outside to create something more powerful that's never been done before. And I think when you tap into this, then every man is successful and he finds his own unique abilities and gifts, special gifts, you know? Some people's gifts is music. Some people's gifts is their hands. Some people's gifts is doctor, lawyer, musician. You use these gifts, make your environment, make your moment in life better, not only for you, but for everyone else around you. So be your own unique individual in life. So the world wants to know you, who you are. So I've been able to, through all of my good times, bad times, sad times, you know, moments where I felt like giving up and quitting, I've been able to tap into over a lifetime who we are when we become, when we don't try to be like others, when we don't try to follow others, but we learn from our environment. I think this is the most powerful thing. You know, there's no secret. There's no secret. You know, there's no secret. The secret lies within you. So I can tell people how I train. I can tell them what I eat and all these things. That's the boring part, you know? Anybody can train and eat, but what's driving you to do what you do in life? This is the most important thing. Understand what it is that I need to do today to have a better tomorrow. And that's how I've always moved forward and been able to make decisions and get to where I'm at today. Whatever the world throws at me, I'm willing to take on the challenge. If it brings me down, if it builds me up, I'm still going to stand my ground. But when you express that and people feel that and they see it around you, then people grow from it. Do not ever, ever, ever give up.
And the title of 2008 Mr. Olympia, and you can take it too, Dexter Jackson!
And then I lost to Dexter.
But you were definitely just shattered. You were just devastated because you just won twice, because I just felt like, oh, this guy just took his whole life and chased the best bodybuilder on the planet, Ronnie Coleman, in the history of the planet and the history of the sport. And now he had a tough run, you know, and then you go in and you lose to Dex. And I'm sure nobody saw that coming.
But I realized my body wasn't getting better, right? So that's when you're really like, after the show, not even at backstage, you're just like, wow, okay, what are people gonna think? What's my legacy?
And I remember it affected you because you kept bringing it up.
They weren't confident that I was going to come back. And I mean, I lost support of everyone, you know, people not believing in you. I was the victim of that. Everyone gave up on me.
You need to go out.
The question was, what's next? How do you beat that? I'm like, listen, I'm coming back. Make another run at this thing. I've been there, I've fallen down, and I'm coming back to once again stand there alone. And there's a lot of people right now that doubt that I'm gonna come back to do that. But there was a lot of people in the beginning that doubted when I was placing second.
But you didn't give up. That was the thing, you didn't give up. You went in and you said, I'm gonna do this again.
You know, I just went like guns blazing.
It was all that hard work, everything else, and there's so much buildup and so much pressure.
Spent 6 years trying to win that title and take it from Ronnie, and it only took him 2 years to give it back. And no one in the history of this contest has ever lost the contest, come back and reclaim the Sandow Trophy, and that's what Jay's trying to do.
Like when I took my clothes off and everyone's like, holy, you know, this isn't the same guy. Just in awe. I walked out on that stage that night. I mean, I knew right then, as soon as I took the step up, I said, it's over.
And then he reinvented himself in 2009 when he walked out. He just rewrote the record books with that type of physique.
In the title of 2009, Mr. Olympia, Cutler.
Dude, you were grinding for so long.
It's no secret, a lot of people in the industry wrote you off pretty much this past year.
Everyone wrote me off. Achievements that people say could not be done. I've done what everyone said that can't be done.
I want to make the improvements and be better than I ever have. I want to see change in my physique that people say that can't happen. I've always been against the odds. I've always been the guy that, you know, in the beginning they said I'd never be a pro bodybuilder, and then, you know, it turned into, once I turned professional, I was told I'd never be a good pro bodybuilder, and then, you know, I won one professional show. They said, well, you can't win the big one, and then I win the big one, and, you know, there's still always ways that people try to tear you down, but I know what physique that I want to build. I know what goals I want to accomplish. A lot of people won't go the extra mile to improve, but I will. And this is the extra things I do to be a winner. You have to dedicate your life to this. I mean, you have to eat, sleep, train consistently for years.
As far as diet and training, listen, man, I did whatever it took to win. You have to eat even when you're not hungry. That's the most important thing.
Dry turkey, dry rice.
You gotta eat on the clock. You gotta eat consistently day to day. Remember, you skip a meal the day prior, it's gonna affect the next day. It's gonna affect the workouts, it's gonna affect the transition in the weight. Be trying to gain weight, you gotta stay active.
Whatever it is, I'll do it. I gotta win.
You never want to show the weight, but you're scared.
Staying motivated in a routine and also staying on a strict diet. Pretty much you have to have the discipline. I mean, you have to fit your bodybuilding lifestyle into your current lifestyles. And let's be honest, seeing improvements is going to be a motivating factor to anyone. That's really what gave me the drive and the motivation. Anyone that's good at something obviously strives to be better and better. The best thing to do is plan ahead. I think a lot of people just try to go by the flow, and that's not necessarily the best way because active life gets in the way. Remember, bodybuilding, and I stress over and over, takes a pattern of a lot of things, but it's mainly working for the pump and doing repetitions. It's not about 1 or 2 or 3, 4 reps. It's about 8 to 12 repetitions, getting constant blood flow to the muscle in order to get that round muscle looking. I'll say this without arrogance. Jake Cutler's the greatest bodybuilder of all time.
One more time, you. Come on. Come on. No pain. Come on. Dig. Yeah. Come on. No pain. Come on. Keep that. Oh, yeah.
They want to see how far their potential actually goes, and I think that's the same thing with trying to see what the weight training, of course, getting your body in the right kind of condition, whether it be to be a bodybuilder competitively, just to be fit, or basically to lose body fat. I think anything in progression and success is going to give you that edge.
I never had a lot of self-doubt. You know, people look at it as arrogance, and I'm just so confident that maybe sometimes I come off as that, but I've been knocked out enough times and came back from it that I just never gave up, and I always believed in myself. And I mean, I was so disciplined, man. There was no bodybuilder on this fucking planet that was more disciplined than I was at that time. I felt like a fucking machine, man. Everything just clicked. Like I told you, I could do anything. I went in the gym and I trained with light weights, I trained with heavy weights. It didn't matter what I did. Everything just clicks.
It was always just trying to get enough to get that blood flow in there, pump the muscle up, get out of the gym and feed it.
You know, each year he wasn't getting much better than he was the previous year. So he was getting worse and worse.
And that was the talk before the show. If I wasn't at my best, I would lose.
And I just knew I could beat him that show. I knew it wasn't going to be on.
I was just so young and just, I was so, naive. I really didn't know much about anything. I really didn't know how to pose. I really didn't know anything, but I had the physique, I had the structure. And once I learned how to eat, and learned how to, train properly, and, I wanted to be the best. That losing and winning was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life, because the fans that hated Jay Cutler now loved him again. And that's what I love most about my career, is that my body did the talking and my movement did the talking. I walked out on stage that night, and you remember, that was for sure the greatest moment of my life, winning the Mr. Olympia. When I came out, I just came out there, I did that in quad stomp. And it's like the place went fucking crazy, man. My dad my dad was a pusher, man. I hated my dad a lot of times early in my life because he would just make me work, and he taught me to be a machine, And it really gave me the work ethic to be who I am as a bodybuilder, and to be relentless, and had to learn the value of working hard to achieve certain things. And I knew going into bodybuilding, it wasn't going to be easy. He's like, I'm telling you, you can beat Ronnie Coleman. Jay, I'm telling you, you're going to beat this guy. I'm telling you, Jay, you're going to beat this guy. So in the lineup, when I was standing next to Ronnie, people are like, holy, Jay's beating Ronnie Coleman from the front. It's the first time in my career that I actually knew I'm going to win the Mr. Olympia contest. I knew myself I would win it. And I knew in 2006, I knew 100% I was going to win the Mr. Olympia in 2006. I had no doubt in my mind. But every year I watched Ronnie stand next to me, and before he fell on the ground and he cried, he was scared. He was scared. You'll see Ronnie Coleman mouthing some things to me, and Ronnie Coleman said, well, you beat me. He said, you won.